I believe that friendship is more important than love because it's difficult to find people with whom you are on the same wavelength. So when you stumble upon somebody with whom you are compatible, you have to cherish them, and that's very rare. However, when it comes to love and lust, you don't necessarily spend time with someone because you have things in common. Of course, there are exceptions, but there is some physical attraction. We a lot of time compromise just to satisfy our needs, and it goes both ways. Women and men do the same, although they say that the females want more emotional connection. Yes, it's true, but they want emotional connection in order to have sex afterwards. Whereas for a man, it's not that important. The emotional part. And I believe it stands true when it comes to homosexuals and lesbians. If you have an urge to be with someone that's against your spiritual will, that's something visceral, chances are that if you had the opportunity to choose, you wouldn't spend time with that person. Of course, there are exceptions, and perhaps that's true love, when you are vibing and also feel some sexual attraction. But you don't have that if you are a straight person. So you only surround yourself with those individuals around whom you feel comfortable. So if this friendship lasts, then that's very valuable, and it's not subjected so much to the moods, and hormonal up and downs. We can rely on a friend. And that's not always the case with romantic relationships. So, I realized this even when I was very young, and have begun to see how some of my friends pulled away from me, so to speak, because they were entangled in some difficult relationships when the partner wouldn't allow them to go out and share some experience with their acquaintances. and I'm a strong believer in bromance when it comes to heterosexual people. I have nothing against gay people whatsoever, but as I said, if you are with someone also because you need to satisfy your urges, then the connection is not as pure as it might seem. Of course, there are exceptions, and you usually don't leave the person if you kind of manage to connect on a physical and emotional and also intellectual level, and you are not forced by your desire to procreate. So in this sense, I'm fortunate. I have a few friends, although I was a loner in my teenage years, and I recently met one who is actually my first friend, for my first mature friend, because I don't count those who were with me during my childhood, because during that time our personality is not formed, so a lot of these interactions don't last. So yeah, and I met him after a long hiatus of 5 years, although we used to speak now and then on the phone and share some thoughts, which we do rarely, unfortunately, because he's busy, and usually it happens when people start a family and the partner asks them to pay more attention to them. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. It depends on the individual. A lot of men willingly or unwillingly obey a lot. Obey mostly their woman. I'm not that kind of guy, but that's who I am. I am rebellious, and I can't stand to follow orders. Anyway, as I was saying, if you have friends, cherish them. It doesn't matter. But also it is important to learn how to live on your own and have balance. So yeah, let me know what you think about long relationships, regardless of the people's genders, and I'm hoping you are well.